Hey guys, it's Jason with the Board Game Mechanics. And today, we're going to take a look at a really slick little pressure luck game called the Quacks of Quedlinburg. The Quacks of Quedlinburg is a 2 to 4 player game where players are fake doctors, so I guess quacks, who are mixing up potions in this cauldron, trying to cure some of the time frames ails. So they're going to do that by reaching into this bag, grabbing some ingredients, putting it into their cauldron, and hoping that they don't draw too many of the bad potion to make their cauldron explode. That's the game. You're going to do that, earn some money, earn some points, buy some new ingredients for your cauldron to see what happens in the future rounds. And that's enough talking about it. Let's go down to the table, see how it plays. Alright, so here's a game of the Quacks of Quedlinburg set up for a 1-player game. But I'm essentially going to simulate a 2-player game. I'm just not going to score any of the tricks, because a 1-player game and a 2-player game, a 3-player game, 4-player game all work the same, with one exception, which I'll get to when we get to scoring. So for setup, you're going to give each player one of these boards. It's their cauldron. They're each going to get a droplet token, like that. They're going to get a rat token, and they're going to get 1 potion, just like this. And actually, to do this, I'm going to do the advanced variant on the back of this, just so we can see a little bit. So for this one, you're going to use the additional droplet, and it's going to go right there. Put the first droplet on the 0, and the rat will just hang out there, and the potion sits right there. All right, for more setup, you're going to put this little droplet, the fire token, on the first candle for round 1. Put a marker on space 0 of the score track. Put these 5 books out with appropriate chits and a deck of cards. So let me explain a little bit more about setup. To get set up, each player is going to get the following chips. Let me see if you can see these. You're going to get the following chips. You're going to get 1 green one, 1 orange one, 4 1-value whites, 2 2-value whites, and 1 3-value white. And these are all going to go in to your bag. And we'll explain how that works later. And you're also going to have a supply of blue chits, which are going to have a value of 1, 2, and 4, which I'll explain in a little bit. And they're going to have special powers, which when I pull one out, I'll talk about it. You're going to have a black chit, which is going to be a 1 value. Have an orange pumpkin, which is one we start with, but it's going to give you a 1 value as well. A red mushroom token, which would be a value of 1, 2, and 4. And a green spider, which will give you a 1, 2, and 4 as well, and they all have special powers. And as the game moves on, we're going to open up a yellow one and a purple one, but I'm leaving those off the side of the board for now until we get there. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. So on a turn, on the very first, before we get started on the turn, we're going to flip one of these cards, and it's going to do a thing. So if you, let me read it. If you reach a scoring space with a ruby this round, you get an extra 2 victory points, even if your pot is exploded. So that looks like that. So blue ones are going to take place during the round, and if it's a purple color, it's going to happen immediately. All right, so the way the turn works, really easy. You're going to reach into your bag, and you're going to pull 1 chip. When a chip comes out, whatever number it has, say I pull out a 3, I would move it 3 spaces away from my droplet. You're trying to get as far around your cauldron as you can get to score points, which are the little 6 in, I don't know if you can see that, but I'll just hold this up a second. So points are in the little square paper, and then money value for buying more chips is the number of the space. So what you're trying to do is you're trying to get as far as you can in your cauldron to have the most points and most money. So, and one more thing, if at any time you pull out a white chip and you go above 7 value, your pot explodes. And we'll go over that when we get to the end of the round. All right, so I'm gonna pull out a chip. 3 white. So that's not a great way to start, but it did move me up 3. So that's fine, and now I know that's not in my bag anymore. I'll reach in again. 2 white. This is not going well. So I'm at 5. I still can't bust. It's impossible to bust, because even if I pull a 2, I won't bust because I can have 7. I have a 1 green. All right, then I will pull another one. Let's go orange. There's a 1 white. All right, so now I could bust. So I need to think about what I want to do here. Busting's not super terrible in the beginning because you're not going to get a ton of points and a ton of buy, so it may not be a bad idea. I'm just going to try to pull my orange one. So, and I busted. All right, so that's how the round would end until everybody busts. Oh no, I haven't busted. That's only 7. I can't do math. So I can stop there if I want to, which I will. All right, so I'm stopping. Okay, so now that's done. Now we're going to go over to this board, which you're not going to be able to see, but I'll explain it. Anybody who didn't bust and whoever has the highest points, so in this case it's going to be me because I'm playing by myself, we're going to roll this die. So I made it to space number 9 on my board. So I'll roll the die and I get 1 point. So I will move my point tracker up 1 and now I'm on the 1 space. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to score black, green, and purple chips. So I don't have any black. I don't have any purple because it's not in the game yet. I do have a green. And the way that the green one works is, let's see. For each green chip that is the last or next to last in chip in your pot, take one of the following ingredients. So it's not the last and it's not the next to last, so I don't score anything for that. So you want your green chips to be the last one you pull or the second to last one you pull to get some other things. Didn't do that. Now you're going to score rubies. So I made it to a ruby space. The next available space is what you're scoring for, so I get 1 ruby. And if you reach a scoring space with a ruby this round, get an extra 2 victory points. So I'm going to get 2 victory points. Then we're going to go on to points and money. Because I didn't bust, I get to do both of these things. So I'm going to score points, which my points is 1. That's not great, but that's fine. And I have $9 to buy up to 2 chips. Cannot buy the same color twice. So let's see what I can buy. So I could buy a blue one and an orange one. I could buy a green, a red, and an orange. So let's see. I'm actually going to do a blue one because they're cool. So I'm going to take a blue. It cost me 5. I'm going to take an orange because that's 3. And I have 9 to buy. And you don't get change. So you just waste the extra one. Then after that, you can cash in 2 rubies to either move your droplet up 1 or to refill your potion. If I have to use this, I'll explain what it does, but I may not. So we may not get there. Then after that, you're going to put all of your chips back in your bag. And then we'll move on to round 2. So round 2, we're going to move that little fire. It's going to bring in the yellow tokens. So let's put the yellow tokens in here. Hopefully they can be seen somewhere. I can put them up here. So yellow tokens are in. What the yellow ones do is pretty cool. So if you played a white chip, say I had a white chip out on the board, and then I pull a yellow chip as the next chip, the white chip gets to go back in the bag. So that is going to save you from busting, and they are amazing. And they're value 1, 2, and 4. So they're really good cards. Now, normally if there are more players, you would count, there are these little rat tails on this board. I don't know if you can see them, but in between certain numbers of spaces, there are rat tails. So say I was here and the second place player was at 1. They would have one rat tail. What that means is they could take their rat and move it up 1 space on their cauldron to help give them a head start. It's kind of like a catch-up mechanism. So instead of starting at 0 where the drop is, you get to go ahead and start up a little more. All right, so now we're moving on to round 2. We're gonna play the same exact way, but now when we are able to buy, we now have access to yellow. So we're gonna flip a card. Double the number of rat tails in this round. So that's gonna be handy for the people who are not in first place. Not so much for this run through because I'm just playing a solo game to show you how it works. But going forward in an actual game, that will be helpful. All right, so now, same thing. We're gonna draw some chips out one at a time. And everybody's gonna be doing this at the same time. So I got a pumpkin. Got a 1 white. Come on, good stuff. We got a 1 green. Come on. 2 white. So I'm at 3 white right now. 1 blue. All right. So when the blue one comes out, it's going to activate a special power. What it lets me do is for a 1 value blue, I get to look in my bag, pull out a chip, and decide if I want to place it on the board or put it back in the bag. So I'm going to reach in here, pull out 1, and I'm going to put it back in the bag. It was a 1 white, and I don't want that on my board. I'm trying to get the stuff that I just bought, like an orange or something. Oh, so I got a 3 white. That's even worse. All right, so I'm at 5, 6 white, so I could bust if I pull a 2 out, a 2 white out, but that's fine. 1 white, so I'm at 7. I have another pumpkin in here. Yeah, I'm stopping. So I'm not going to bust. All right. So I stopped. All right. Then we do it again. So I got the highest amount of points because I'm going to do that every time because I'm playing by myself. So I get 1 point again. All right. Then we're going to go score the black, green, and purple chips. I don't have any purple because it's not in the game. Black is, I haven't bought any of those. Green is not second to last or second to last, so I don't score anything there. We're going to get rubies. I did not end my turn on a ruby space, so I don't get a ruby. But I do get points. I ended on a 2-point space, so I get 2 points. And now we can buy. I have 11 points to spend on buying. So I would like to get something that's not a 1. That would be nice. So I'm actually just going to buy a 2 blue. Cost me 10, so instead of being able to buy 2 things, I'm buying 1, but I'm buying a value 2, which is better. All right, now we're moving on to round 3. I don't have 2 gems to buy anything, so I'm done with that. Moving on to round 3, purple is now available. So let me show you what purple does. So for every purple one you have on your board at the end of the round, you're going to get some good stuff. So this is saying if I have 1 purple, I'm going to get a black, a point, and a ruby. If I have 2 purples, I get a green, a 2 blue, 3 points, and I get to move my drop up 1. And if I have 3, I get a 4 yellow, 6 points, a ruby, and I get to move my drop up 2. So purples are really amazing. They're only value 1, and they cost 12, but they're amazing. All right, so now we did all that. I don't have gems to spend, so I'm done. I bought everything, put all this stuff back in my bag. I'm probably not going to get as far around my board since I'm not collecting rat tails and all that, but let's see what happens. So round 3, flip a card. Get to choose one. Move your droplet 2 spaces or take 1 purple chip. A purple chip, if I draw 1 out, I get a bunch of stuff, but I don't get to move my droplet. So I'm going to move my droplet 2 so I can start ahead of the game. So everybody would do that. They get a pick and then move on. All right, so now we're drawing. So as the game goes on, the chips keep stacking up. So I have an orange pumpkin, a 1 value pumpkin. Then I have a 2 white. It's not great. There's still more white than everything else in here. So let's see. A 1 value white. So I'm at 3 already. A 1 green. That's good. Green is good. Let's see if we can get the blue guys out. We got 2 blue ones in here. Hey, there we go. 2 blue. So I get to draw 2 chips out of the bag, and I may place 1 of them in my pot. I don't have to. They can both go back in the bag. So let's see what I get here. So I'm going to put both of those in my bag. 2 1 whites. Those are not great. All right, let's see. Another 1 white. So I'm at 4 right now. Still not possible to bust, even if I draw the 3. So we can keep going. So there's the 3. Now we're getting into an area where we can bust. But I'm going to try to pull my last blue one. I think I can do it. And I busted. All right. So I busted. So now I can explain the busting rules. All right. So that's the end. Everybody's done. All right. So we're going to see who gets to roll the die. I don't get to roll the die even though I'm the farthest because I busted. If you bust, you can't roll the die. So we'll skip that. We're going to score black, green, and purple. My green is not second to last. I don't have any black or purple. Get a ruby. I do not get a ruby because I didn't end on a ruby space. Now, if I bust, I can either collect points or I can collect money to buy more chips. So I'm only going to get 3 points, so I'm going to take the money. So what I'm going to buy is, I have 13 points. So let's see. I'm going to buy a black chip, so that's 10. Is there anything I can buy for 3? And I'll buy another pumpkin. What the heck? All right, so I bought 2 more chips. I don't have 2 gems yet, so I still can't do any of that. So I'll put all my chips back in the bag. Give them a nice shuffle. All right, and then we'll move on to round 4. Nothing special comes out this round, so let's get started. Oh, new card. You can trade 1 ruby for 1 chip, not purple or black, for any 1 chip. So I'm going to do that. I have 1 ruby, and I'm going to take a 1... yellow. So I'm going to take a 1 yellow. That's going to help me with my whites that come out. And then we're going to go. I'm digging in here. And 1 white. Orange. One pumpkin. Let's see. One black. Black is good. I'll explain what that does later. It's kind of weird when in one player, but I'll simulate like there's more. One white, so we're at 2 white, so we still have a while to go. No point in stopping. One pumpkin. I think the white ones are called cherry bombs or something. I don't know. They don't really give a name. 3 white. 1, 2, 3. So I'm at 5 white, so I still can't bust, even if I pulled the 2. So we're all right. We'll keep going. I have lots of good stuff in here. That would be nice if it came out. Hey, 1 white, or 1 blue. All right, so I get a reach in here, pull 1, and I may play it. I'm not going to play that. All right. Then we will draw another. A 1 white, just what I put back in the bag. That is awesome. Oops. Sorry, I put those in the wrong spot. So I'm at 6 right now. If I draw another 1 white, I'm okay. 1 pumpkin. All right, let's see. 2 blue. So I get a look in my bag and draw 2 and may play 1. So let's see what we get here. Draw 2. I'm going to play the green. And then I'm going to stop. So that's a good place to stop. So I didn't bust. All right. So now we do this. So I didn't bust. I'm the farthest. I get to roll the die. I get to move my droplet up. So now I'm going to talk about another thing you can do on the advanced side of the board with your droplet. So you have an option to either move this droplet or this droplet. When you move this droplet, you're going to get stuff that you cover up. So if I move this one, I'm going to get a gem. But I'm sacrificing moving this one up to start out farther in my cauldron. So that's where some of the game comes in on this advanced side. Do you want to get a gem or do you want to do that? And I'm actually going to just go ahead and move up 1 on here because I feel like that's more beneficial right now. So then we're going to score black, green, and purple. So I'm going to get a score of both of these. So I have a green. It's the last one. So when green is the last or second to last, I get a pumpkin. So that's going to go into my bag here soon. So I'll go ahead and put it in my bag right now. All right, and then I have a black. So black is saying if you draw more black chips, oh, that's the wrong side, sorry. If you draw more black chips than the other player, which we'll say I did, I get to move my droplet up 1. If you draw more black chips than, wait, what's that? What? If you draw as many black chips as the other player, you get to move up by 1. If you draw more, you get a gem and get to move up by 1. So I'll say I drew more because, again, it's hard to tell in a 1-player game. So I get to move my droplet up and I get to take a gem. All right. So now we're going to score, we're going to get gems. I did not stop on a gem space, so I don't get a gem. Because I didn't bust, I can get points and money, so I get 4 points. So I'm at 11. And I have 16 money that I can spend to buy some goodness. So let's see here. 12, is there anything that's 4? There is not. I would like a purple. Purple will be nice. So I'll take a purple, that's 12. Because I have to take a purple, I can only afford an orange. So, taking an orange. All right, then I put everything back in my bag. I don't have 2 gems to spend, so I can't do that. Go back in the bag. And we're starting the next round. Round 5. All right, let's go. Oh yeah, got my purple. That's awesome. 1 white, so I need 6 more before I bust. So no harm, I'm going to keep pulling. 2 blue. So I get a look in here, grab 2, and then put 1 on the board if I want to, and I do not want to. It was a 1 and 2 white, and then those suck. So let's go on. A 1 pumpkin. That's good. Pumpkins are good. Well, not really, but they're not white, so there is that. 1 green. Let's see. 3 white, so now I'm at 4 white. So I still can't bust, it's not possible, so we'll keep going. 1 pumpkin. See how far we can get around this thing, even if we have to bust. 1 black. Oh yeah, we're good. Oh, I forgot to flip a card. Let me do that too, sorry. Draw 4 chips from your bag. You may trade one of them for a chip of the same color with the next higher value. If you can't make a trade, take one green chip. So I'll go ahead and do that now since I forgot to do it. So I'll draw 4. I'm going to take the white and turn that, or the yellow and turn that into a 2 yellow. And then I'm going to put these back in my bag. Sorry, I forgot the card. The card's easy to forget when, because it's supposed to be used a turn order. It's just me. I keep forgetting. All right, back to the bag. 1 white. So now we're at 3, 4, 5 white. Still can't bust. So we'll keep going. 6 white. Ooh, it could bust now, but I don't think we will. Let's see. Come on. Come on. And I busted. All right, that was fun. All right, so now everybody's done. We will score the die. Nobody, I can't roll because I busted. We'll score black, green, and purple. So I have black. I have more than the other opponent. So I get a gem, and I get to move my droplet. So I'm just going to go ahead and move my droplet. Purple, I'm going to put my purple back. I want to take a black. I'm going to take 1 point, and I'm going to take a gem. Now I have 3 gems. And the black will go in the bag. And then I get a gem because I'm on a gem space. And then I can take either points or buy. And I'm only going to get 4 points, and I think I want to take a buy. So I have 17 that I could spend. I want a red one, so that's 6. And I have 11 more. And I will take a 2 green, because that will be 17. Whoops, that's a 4. All right. And then I have 4 gems, so I'm going to take these 4 gems and I'm going to move up my droplet twice. So I'm going to move this up 1, then I want to move this one up 1 and get another gem. All right. And then we move on to this round. When this round comes up, everybody gets another value 1 white in their bag, which kind of stinks, but it is what it is. And we'll do it again. I'm going to try to play through this whole game because it's pretty simple and quick. And spoiler, I love it. So we're going to go ahead and do this. Keep going. So we're on round 6. Put it in the bag. Give it a shuffle. Flip a card so I don't forget again. The player with the fewest victory points receives 1 green chip. Since I both have the most and the fewest, I'm going to go ahead and do that for myself. But again, that's not how it would work in an actual game. It would be whoever's in last. But just so I can have more chips in the bag to have more fun, we'll go ahead and do that. So 1 green chip in the bag. All right, and we go. 1 purple, or 1 pumpkin. And then we got 2 blue, so I get to draw 2 and pick 1 to play. I'm going to play the green. And then we're going to keep going. What do I get? 2 white, so I'm at 2 white right now. 5 more before I bust. 1 white. Keep going. 1 white, so I'm at 4 white. This is terrible. Then we're going to go 2 green. All right, there we go. So I'm at 4 white, so I still can't bust. So we'll keep going. 1 black. We're in business. Gonna keep going. 1 pumpkin. We're gonna get kind of far, I think. Let's see. Oh, there's the 3 white. Now I need a yellow. Come on, yellow. Come on, yellow. Dang it. A 1 green. I'm going to keep going. We're going to bust. It's fine. Let's go. And I busted. All right. So now we are going to score. I busted, so I don't get to roll the die. That's becoming the trend here lately. We'll score black, green, and purple. I have a green that's second to last. So when you have a green that's second to last, a level 1, I get a pumpkin to go in my bag. That is awesome. All right. And then I have a black. I have more black than everybody else will say. So I get to move gem, and I get to move up a droplet. I'm going to go ahead and move up this droplet and take a point. And then I get to score gems if I have one. So yes, I do get a gem. All right. And then I get to do points or buy. And I'm going to again do buy because I have 19 and I want to try to get some good stuff here. And for that 19, I'm going to take a 4 blue because blue is my favorite chip and it is amazing. Then I can cash in 2 gems to move up 1, and I'm going to do that. So I'm going to move up 1 here to start up farther, and we'll move on to the next round. So here we go. Chips in the bag. And we're moving on. All right. Card. Choose one. Take 4 victory points or remove 1 white chip from your bag. I'm going to go ahead and take the points. I don't care about the chips. So I bust. Let's go. All right. 2 blue. So I get to look in here and grab 2 and may place 1. So I have an orange and a green. I'm going to place the orange because the green I want to come out later. And we'll keep going. So many chips in here. Whoops, I pulled out 2. 1 white. So I'm 1/7 of the way to busting, but no harm yet. Let's keep going. 1 white, so that's 2 whites. Keep going. Oh yeah, 2 yellow. So when a yellow comes out, I get a place. If the last chip was a white one, it goes back in my bag. In this case, it was back in the bag. Gotta love that. Yellow finally paid off. 2 white. So I'm at 3. Still can't bust, so we'll keep going. Now I'm at 4. Still can't bust. Keep going. 4 blue. Sweet. So I get to draw 4 chips, and I may play 1. So let's see what we get here. 1 more. All right. So I got a blue, a green, a blue, a 1 blue, a 1 white, a 1 orange, and a 2 green. So I'm going to use the 1 blue, and I'm going to draw again. See what else I can get. Should nothing stuck in the corners here. All right, there we go. I'm drawing 1, and I'm going to play it. All right, so now we're continuing. I'm at 4 white. I still can't bust, so we're going to keep rolling. 1 black. Keep going. 1 white, so we're at 5 white. All right, so I'm going to use my potion. What the potion does is it lets me put the last white chip that I pulled back into my bag, unless it makes you bust, which I didn't, so I'm putting that back in. I'd rather have the 3 come out than the 1 because that makes life a little easier at this point. So 2 green, or that's even better. All right. Then we will pull out another 1 white. 3, 4, 5. I'm at 5. Come on, don't be a 3. Don't be a 3. Dang it. 3, of course. All right, so I busted. All right, so now we will roll the die. I don't get to roll the die because I busted. We'll score black, green, and purple. I don't have any purple. My green is too far back, but I do have black. So I get to move my droplet up 1 and take a gem. I can get points or buy, and I still think it's more beneficial to take the buy at this juncture because I get 23. What can I buy for that? I could buy a 4 red and a 1 green. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to buy a 4 red and a 1 green. And then I'm going to go in my bag. I don't get any points. But I have 2 gems. And I'm going to cash those in to move this droplet up 1. And that's going to give me a 1 blue. All right. We're going into the bag. I'm not going to play the last round. I'm just going to pretend like the next round is the last round. Because the last round, everybody would pull simultaneously. And that way you can't look over at other people's boards to see what's going on. So we are now on round 8. Nothing special happens here. Flip a card. Everybody rolls the die and gets the bonus shown. So let's see what we get here. 2 points. All right, I'll take it. Then we will pull some chips. And we go. 1 blue, so I get to look in here and grab 1 and see if I want to play it. Nope, I don't want to play that. That was a 1 white. Those are terrible. Moving on. 1 green. I like it. So many chips in here. So many chips in here. 1 pumpkin. Be nice to get something other than a 1. 1 pumpkin. That'll be helpful though if I pull a red. 1 white, so I'm at 1 white. 6 more, no chance of busting. Keep going. 1 pumpkin. Ooh, that's really nice if I pull a red. Come on, red. Come on, red. 1 pumpkin. Man, I have a lot of pumpkins in here. 4 blue. All right, so I get to reach in here and grab 4 and see if I want to play 1. So I have a green 1, a black 1, a white 2. and a red 4. I'm going to play the red 4, and I'll show you why. All right. So we haven't played a red one yet, so let's get into that. So the way red works is, if you pull a red chip out and you've already played so many pumpkins, it lets you move your chip further. So in this case, if I've played 3 or more pumpkins, I get to move my chip an extra 2. So this is now effectively a 6 red. So that got me way, way up. So that was nice. All right, then we'll keep rolling. I'm only at 1 white, so I'm going to be going for a while here, I think. 2 white. I always get cocky. 2 white. 4 white. We'll get there. We'll get there. As long as I don't draw 3, we're good. 1. I would have rather drawn 3. So I'm at 5 white. Don't draw the 3. Don't draw the 3. 2 yellow. So that lets me put one of the whites back. That's awesome. Now I'm in 4 white still, so there's no harm here. Come on, come on. Get out of the corner. Get out of the corner. I don't know what that is, but it could be the 3 white, but I don't want to cheat. All right. 1 black. Oh, yeah. 1 white. Oof. So I'm at 5. Come on, don't bust. Don't bust, don't bust. Don't bust. 1 black. All right. Don't bust, don't bust, don't bust. Dang it. And I busted. All right, so that's that. So we will roll the die. I don't get to roll the die. We'll score black, green, and purple. So I have the most black again. So I get to move my droplet up. I'll score 2 points. And I get a gem. I didn't land on a gem space. So I can buy or take points since this is the last round. Not really, but since I'm making it the last round, I'll take the points. So I'm getting 31. And then I can cash in gems, which I don't have any. And that's that. So then whoever has the most points will be the winner. There are a few tiebreakers in the book. I'm not 100% what they are. So let me see this here. If more than one player shares first place, the one who is able to fill the pot the most on the last turn wins. If it's still a tie, they all claim the victory. So if I was farther up than the other person who had the same points than me, I would win. If not, it would be a tie. So you could end in a tie, which is kind of unsatisfying, but it is what it is. This game's super fun, so that is irrelevant. So that's how you play Quacks of Quedlinburg, -1 round. And the last round plays exactly the same, but there's some in-game scoring, and then whoever has the most points is the winner. So let's go to the top, see what they think about it. All right, so that was the Quacks of Quedlinburg. I'm not even going to beat around the bush. This game is incredible. This is probably my favorite push your luck game that I've ever played. I adore this game. Had I played this in 2018 when it came out, probably would have been my #1 game of 2018. That's how much I like this game. And had I played this when I did my top 100, it would probably be in my top 100 fairly high. So all that being said, I'm going to go ahead and say BGM accepted right now. Get that out of the way. This is a solid 5 out of 5 for me. I don't give tons of 5s, but this is a 5 out of 5 all day, all night. Every time I have the opportunity to play it, I will play this game. So now, that being said, let's get into what I think about it. So this game is pure push your luck all day. You're pulling chips out of a bag. You're trying to move around your board, maybe getting some special powered chips that'll help you get farther through your cauldron. That's the game. But the trick is deciding when you want to stop. Do you want to stop even though you could keep going to get some gems to trigger one of your special chips powers? Like say if you play a green one and it's the last one you placed, do you want to risk drawing another one or maybe drawing 2 more and then your green one not scoring? Do you want to try to get that extra black one so you have more than everybody else? Do you want to get another purple one so it'll be a little bit stronger? That's the game. That's where all the strategy lies. You're trying to maximize what you're doing in your cauldron, trying to get the best chips out that you can get and just get as many points, get as much money as you can to buy other chips and have the most points at the end of the game. In this game, so far of all the times I've played it, I think the blue chip may be my favorite just because looking in your bag and getting to know what you can pull out and then getting to place one is amazing. I also really like the red one. As you can see in the run through, the more pumpkins you have, the better those red ones get. So if for some reason you're getting stuck getting a lot of pumpkins, you need to get a red chip. I guess if all the books, I'm not sure if all the books function on pumpkins, but in this case, the red one worked well with pumpkins. So I like the red and I like the blue. The other ones are kind of eh. And yellow is always cool too, but yellow, I have a love-hate relationship with that because it seems like every time I pull a yellow, the last chip that I pulled was not white. So, but again, push your luck. You never know what's going to happen. So, yeah, that was the Quacks of Quedlinburg. BGM accepted. I love this game, and I can't wait to keep playing this for a long, long time. And it's not even in my collection. I borrowed this from Kim and Jim. So once I can find a copy, it will be in my collection. It's that good. So yeah, I'm Jason with the Board Game Mechanics, and keep gaming.